figure out how to do that.
Because Brooke always tells me that he tries to find a streak.
Well, I guess I can do it this way.
Hey Noah,
Top four
how
did
you
not
doing?
pit.
Andy,
Top four did not pit.
look where I'm at. How do we always end up like this?
Yeah, I pitted, yeah.
Top four did not pit.
Hey
Yo,
Brian,
P5 was the first one that
Rob is
pitted.
Rob's motivation is just going down as for everyone that says they pitted.
Well, I
Rob,
hate
did
to
you
admit it
pit?
to you, Rob. You're the first one in this. You're the first one that got attacked.
What?
no,
Oh,
There he goes.
Catch up, Noah, catch up.
careful, it's slow now. Coming to a stop. Coming to a stop. Coming to a stop.
Oh, that was me, Fire. I was slow. Apparently, I just strolled into the fucking wall.
Oh my god.
All right, here we go on lap 6.
I
Sam takes the. Oh, he takes a beautiful angle in there. Jazz is a little wide, but staying on him. In the back, we're seeing a little bit of a gap forming here by Noah. Brian's pulling out already. Half a second. 7/10 now. Go back up to the front. There's a little quickness here with Wibbs and Rob.
All right.
It's a little peekaboo.
Wibbs had a little bit of a fishtail there. His back tires might be a little cold.
Oh, someone locked up big time.
Off the
It's
smoke.
you. I think it's you, Liz.
Rob, I'm pushing, yeah? I'm pushing Rob. I'm pushing Rob.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
Come
no!
on, Wade, what the fuck?
I'm on the track. I'm on track. Bro, I do what the fuck?
Retard.
Wibbs is having an issue with his tires.
And then
Little slip and slide.
you kind of slow me down.
Fire overtakes him. Rob overtakes him. So now, this is very rare to think about this, but P1 of Class 1, 2, and 3 is in order of the race right now. P1, 2, and 3. Sam leading Class 1, Jazz leading Class 2, and Ty leading Class 3. Rob is next in Class 2 with 3 Class 1 drivers behind him. Let's see how that ends up. We're also looking at Ty has moved up 6 positions in this race. Wow. Already. Only 7 laps in with a safety car.
Pick up the pace, boys. Come on.
We're going to stick here
How come so slow?
with this little train.
Do not worry about me. Just race, bro.
If we hop up to Jazz, he is just cruising behind. Sam's trying to pull out more time. He's up to 2 seconds now. And now the gap in between 2 and 3 is over 2 seconds. Come down to the back. Let's see what's going on with Nichols. Had a great race yesterday. Ended up P5. He's good. He's doing some energy saving. It's very nice. That'll benefit him later. He's on mediums right now. The top 3 have not pitted. So Jazz is going to need to do something on those softs here pretty soon. Here we go, going into turn 1.
Wait on the straightaway.
4 cars battling it out. It stays pretty clean.
Come on.
We won't have DRS till the next lap.
No, we're not all gonna die.
We're going to go up to Wibbs and watch him looking at Rob. There's a little bit of whiff in there.
Just Rob.
That is an aggressive move by Wibbs trying to overtake there.
Oh god.
Fire goes way wide behind Wibbs. Definitely concedes that place to Brian. But Rob is just getting passed up here. I wonder if he has any damage to his car. But those were those three Class 1 drivers who had to pass Rob. They all did it, but let's not say they did it the best way and cleanly. We may have to review some of that footage.
Oh, come on now, don't be like that.
Damn, we're talking about worst strike is back.
Back at the back, Big Ton still hanging in there. Ty is thrown into the pits for the second time. What happened? Oh, Andy gets a 5-second penalty. What happened with Ty? Well, he is going to be falling back behind. Sam is still out there doing a good job on their alternate strategy, starting on hard tires. Jazz coming up on 9 laps on those soft tires, and he's already incurred a 3-second penalty. Keep it within that white line, Jazz, if you want to not have to worry about that at the end of the race.
Shit, I fucking messed up. Oh.
Bye, Rob.
I hear Rob has an issue, and he has dropped another 3 spots.
I know, Jeff, it was a nice move.
All right, he's holding on to 8th. It looks like he's got a medium battery ahead, not the engine mode, a medium amount. Let's see about the guys around him here on the straightaway. Let's go up to Andy, see if this DRS will get him past Noah. It should be pretty handy.
Bro, I just got the same message. He's fried. He's smoking some weed.
Let him do his thing.
He did not end up taking him through turn 1 or 2. He's going to hang out behind him in these S's, right in his tail. Take that draft, Andy. Feather that throttle and stay with him. You'll get another opportunity right after the hairpin.
Yes, it was. You almost lost that shit.
Going up to Brian after coming into the hairpin. Fire ahead. We had Wibbs lock up hard into there. Brian's just going to hang out, maybe wait Fire out a little bit. Smart move, save your tires. He does have a good tire advantage against everyone else around him, but he will more than likely not end on those tires and will need to stop again. Still looking up at Jazz, and he is actually getting closer to Sam. But looking at those tires and that braking, it does not look like those tires are going to last much longer. Jazz is about to start losing positions. He needs to get in and change those tires. And he might be at the point, taking those tires 11 laps, he might be able to strap on some hards and go 16 laps. Maybe even some mediums if he's looking real bold. But Wibbs is all over him. We're going to hang out here and watch this happen because Wibbs is known lately to not be, the nicest, most patient overtaker, but he gets the job done. So let's see where he decides to make it happen here against Jazz, who obviously has worn out tires. He obviously has a tire advantage. Let's see where he makes that choice. He locks up his front left real hard into that corner. See if he gets the draft here. He won't get DRS. We've only got one DRS straight here in Suzuka, and that's on the main straight. So he's either have to get it done here on the back straight into 130R, or wait again until after the bus stop to take him on the straightaway. Oh, but he is right up on him. And he is not he lifted a little bit.
Don't leave me.
He even yelled at him, "Don't break."
Oh shit, I fucked up.
All right, he made the right decision into the bus stop, and he will definitely overtake him here.
No, sorry, I'm gonna use Justin to pull me along.
Jazz is not using his ERS.
Justin's got the
Wibbs is out now. He's got to start regenerating, but he just took that position. Jazz has gone another lap, has still not pit. There is no doubt that this race right now is between Sam and Wibbs up at the front. Fire is in the mix as well, along with Brian, and Noah could have a chance. But we'll see what else happens down into P6. Noah's all down by himself right now, having a nice little coast, not having to worry about too much. Andy's coming up on Nichols. Nichols had a good race yesterday again. Let's see what he can bring out. He's falling 3/10 behind in 3 turns. See if that continues. Back up to the top. Hanging out with the front pack in this DRS train of 4 cars. Jazz, we expect him to dive into the pits pretty damn soon, if not right now. And then let's see. Oh, yeah.
faster than 9.
He's staying out on those softs again, using that DRS while he's got it. That's going to help him pull away from Brian and Noah to maybe guarantee his spot for P5. We'll see if Jazz ends up around P4, P5. My bet is P5. But we will take into account that 3-second penalty that he's got as well. We got a yellow flag. It's our buddy Ty back in the back. He's on fresh hards. They must not be at that temperature yet. He's got to get it together and maybe pray for a safety card to be able to get back into this race if he wants to get any of these top 10 points. But the way the class system works in this race, he's already got 7 points as long as he finishes the race. P1 from each class getting 15 points, P2 getting 10, P3 getting 7, and 4 getting 3 points. So right now, actually, we have everyone scoring points as long as they finish the race. And then we will also add on 10 points for the overall race winner, down to P10, who will get 1 point. Going back up to Jazz, who looks like he is putting some pressure on Fire.
How's Brian doing? He's pretty quiet. T-Rod, you okay?
Trying to stay awake. It's hard.
What is Jazz going to do? He's still taking this draft from Fire, still probably cooling his tires down a little bit, but his engine must be overheating. Being in these baffles with these old tires, he has got to dive into the pits here. He's almost running half of this race on soft tires. He's going to try to go mediums and see what he can do. This is a ballsy move by Jazz. Props on it. He's going another lap. He is praying for some sort of other caution on this race to get away with a cheap safety car pit. But once again, he still has to deal with that 3-second penalty. And from Jazz's experience, he normally does get a couple extra of those. So we'll see that number maybe rise to 6, maybe 9. We'll see how long these softs he wants to run and how much graining they've even got on them right now. I can't imagine running those tires 15 laps at Suzuka, a high deg track. We've got another one off right now. It's Noah. Noah has fallen off the track and now back on. We're not exactly sure what happens. I think I heard he spun.
Welcome to the club.
Rob gives him a little bit of a nod, welcome to the club, as he had a nice little spin about 4 or 5 laps ago, put him back into P10. So now he and Noah are hanging out back there. Right about 27, 28 seconds behind the leaders.
No. I'm just muted because I'm playing a different game. I'm gonna hear your guys' face.
We've got Wibbs diving into the pits for the second time, throwing on fresh mediums. Whoa, this is out of nowhere. A very interesting strategy by the driver, the very experienced Class 1 driver. We're also looking at Noah pitting. So once again, Jazz has pitted. There he is.
Oh, soft, okay. You took them a long way.
Wow. 16 laps. Jazz took those softs. There's another 3-second penalty for Jazz. All right, that number is now at 6 for our buddy Jazz. Stay within the lines, bud. Let's go back up to the top and see what's going on with Wibbs and Bigton. Wibbs has a serious tire advantage. He should be pulling away from this. But he is well overusing his overtake. Otherwise, something else is going on because Wibbs should be absolutely pulling away here. I'm guessing he's got to have some floor, maybe side pod damage. We'll keep an eye on that. We've got some more pits coming. Sam's out of the pits from P1. Brian's out of the pits from P2. Big Ton dives into the pits. That leaves Wibbs with a little bit of room behind. Hopefully now he won't have to worry and save, regenerate that battery and save it for later. He's got 11 laps left. All these guys on 13-lap-old hard and medium tires are going to be wondering, can they make them 11 more laps, or will there be a nice little safety car? Right now we're looking at about a 22-second pit stop.
Different channel.
So we are looking at, if anyone pits at the top right now, they're looking at come down right around 6 or 8. Now I'm here. I'm just push to talk, so you guys can't hear me. I'm actually taking a lot of y'all's conversation and reactions into the stream.
Oh shit, Wibbs, I am so sorry. Dude, I am so sorry. I touched touched the grass, dude. I touched the fucking grass.
Andy spins off. Has an issue. Comes back on the track like a maniac.
I was trying to get out of your way, Wibbs, and I touched the grass.
And dives into the pits.
Okay.
He says he caused some damage maybe with Wibbs. We're going to try to get on the comms and see if Wibbs has any damage.
What the fuck, man? I just barely moved to the right to get out of Wibbs' way, and my rear tire touched the grass, and it spun me. Fuck me, man. That sucks.
With him being only one and change seconds behind the leader, we're going to actually let him focus on this. We can hear him grunting a little bit. We think we might. He's definitely got some damage. He's cruising off that line. Wibbs, what kind of damage you dealing with? No damage. All right. No damage. Never mind. He is just grunting because he loves it.
Fuck me, man.
Tie down in P11 occurs a 3-second penalty. At this point, he should be just fine cruising, not dealing with much, and be able to at least score some good points. We're going to go up here to P3, P4, some action happening.
Yeah, usually I let Whips go.
Let's ride on board here with Jazz, who's looking at Fire. It's about a half second behind him. Fire does have a tire advantage, but only by a couple laps. It's not that, big of an advantage here. So we'll see what happens. Jazz is looking at a 20% battery. Fire's a little bit less. They're about even on the battery. So we'll see who saves it. Oh, Jazz goes way wide. Does he receive another penalty for that? No, but he definitely got a warning. But that's going to give Fire a nice little cushion. Oh, Jazz is just throwing his battery right now. But Fire still gains at least 4/10 there on Jazz from that mistake. But he could gain a whole lot more. Oh, no, he did get his DRS. Jazz is going to have a nice little DRS coast in Fire's draft and be able to at least close up to maybe 8/10. Oh.
I don't see any reason to push.
Yeah, it's a major wheel spin there.
Push hard to catch you guys.
I wonder if he needs to look at his differential into this sector. It may be too low. Rob gets the fastest lap of the race so far at 1:30 flat. We'll see how long that lasts. I have a feeling someone will want to take that away from him later on. We'll go down here to Andy down in P10. Doing a good job managing his his ERS. Managing those tires.
Hey, Rob, Noah, you guys spin it again for me? That'd be cool.
Asking for the drivers ahead if it would not be a big deal for them to spin, to give him someone to hang out with. Andy, I fully understand that, dude. I've driven so many races by myself after a mistake or being nudged or taken out by somebody else. But continuing on, powering on, that's good, especially since you're going to secure 3 points just by finishing, or 4 points. You'll get the 1 extra point for finishing P10 in the major race, but then 3 points from P4 for your Class 3 race. Well, power on, bud. You got this. Coming back up to the pack, who's Andy is trying to catch up to. We're looking here on Rob's wing, who's staring down Big Ton. Rob's got a serious tire advantage. He really needs to take advantage of it now. Being behind Big Ton on those hards is only hindering Rob's ability. Rob definitely got a warning on that one. Going off in turn 7. Let's see if he can get a good jump out of here. He's got a nice ERS battery where Big Ton's got about half of that. So Rob should be able to get ahead of him on the straightaway with the only DRS on the track. Oh, he got a great exit. He's going to come alongside him he's going to try to take him before 130R, and he does. He does get ahead before 130R. Comes into the bus stop, makes sure to block off Big Ton doing a re-overtake. He is going to provide Big Ton with some DRS, but he should have gotten enough of a gap to be able to get ahead of him, stay ahead of him into turn 1, and then blast off and try to chase Justin down. Meanwhile, Andy back in P10 incurs another 3-second penalty. Or his first 3-second penalty, my apologies. Going back up, Rob continues ahead of Big Ton. And now is almost 20 seconds behind Justin. And P2 in his race. The only person ahead of him is Jazz, who, if you remember right, ran 16 laps on those soft tires. So there is no reason Jazz should not be able to finish this race under those mediums and in a very safe position. Minus he starts getting more penalties. Where are we at now? 6 seconds. So right now he's finishing and in P5. We've got a DNF. Ty has DNF'd. Ty has DNF'd and caused a safety car. Safety car, safety car, safety car.
Wibbs, what are you doing?
This is going to change this race, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 4 laps left. We've got people saying they are so happy. People are cheering for this. What is going to happen? We're going to start. Oh, look, we've already got people in the pits diving in. Rob goes in for fresh mediums. Noah and Big Ton behind on fresh softs. Andy's going to get some fresh mediums. Oh, no, those are softs. Let's see what happens in the front. This could be the deal breaker and changer of this race. Who's going to stay out on those mediums? There's only 4 laps left. Theoretically, it could take 2 laps to catch up and get the safety car going. So we could only have 2 laps. And as long as they nurse their tires on the out laps, they should be good. But who is going to dive in? Sam dives in. Wibbs dives in. Fire dives in. And Jazz, they all dive in. They're all going to put on fresh softs. And we are going to have a battle. Everyone is putting on fresh softs. Somehow, Wibbs has overtaken Sam in the pit. Wibbs is now leading this race and has control. That was insane. How the hell did that happen? They went in 1-2. They came out 2-1. We're going to have to go back to the POV of either one of those drivers in a little while to figure out how that happened. But now we are looking at an absolute 2-lap shootout, maybe 3. We'll see.
We were having the same pace.
Jazz, how do you have 6 seconds?
I got the one, where? Same spot.
No, next lap.
Nah.
Gonna have
Nah.
2 laps.
So we're gonna have no DRS.
Oh yeah.
No, but it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No, not for that track. No, the place where I need to try to get him is right on the straight. On the restart. Then push him off track and take the lead. No, I won't.
All right, and this safety car on lap 24 is brought to you by Busch Light. Busch Light, the black bear.
Cold and smooth survival skills. If you encounter a black bear, do not run. It may stimulate the instinct to chase. Instead, make yourself appear bigger. Bigger. And speak firmly in a loud voice. Good boy. Head for the mountains.
130,
The Bush Guy. Cold and smooth survival.
.051.
All right, and we are back from that Busch Light commercial safety car. Again, just as an update, we've got everybody on fresh tires. With this will be a 2-lap sprint race. This is going to be insane. The boys are talking their shit. They are getting at each other. We got Wibbs and Sam in the lead, Fire and Jazz behind. Brian and Justin right behind them. In row 4, Rob and Noah back in row 5, still scoring a shit ton of points. Big Ton and Andy. We do have a couple penalties to deal with. Jazz is going to have a hard time staying up anywhere near the top 7 with that 6-second penalty with this late safety car. Rob is looking at a really good payout right here for P1 of the Class 2 race. Justin is so looking good. 2 great races in a row for him. Looking at 15 points from Class 3. Coming into...
Like Jazz could just sit here and be like, I'll let Brian go, but no, he's like, nah, fuck that, I'm going for this win.
And we are coming into Sector 3 here. The safety car should be going in. Wibbs is going to have the control. There it is. Let's see how he decides to restart this race. And a 2-lap sprint is on.
Let's go.
Rob and Noah need to bin it.
Noah calling out Rob. He's going to charge him down.
That was me, Big Tim, sorry.
Let's see what happens. It looks like Wibbs is going. Oh, he is full throttle. He is gone. Sam behind him. He's got a huge gap. Wibbs has created a nice little space at 3/4 second. Going into turn 1. Wibbs goes a little wide but keeps it in. Sam touches and goes and gets a nice jump on him. gains 0.2. Brian's already a second behind, but staying in there. So far, nothing. No one's made too big of a mistake. Wibbs goes over that hole real hard. Wow. That is not the line that I've normally see. He locks up his back tires so hard. How are they still working? Those high revs. He makes it work, but Sam is still there. Only 0.3 behind. He does have less of a battery, so we will see when he wants to make that move, and it's right now. He goes wheel to wheel into the bus stop. Wibbs has the inside line. Sam gives way. But he has put some pressure on Wibbs and says, hey, buddy, I am here. Don't forget about me. Meanwhile, Wibbs has dumped his battery. And we are now wheel to wheel into turn one with Rob trying to go in on Justin, and he makes it happen in turn two. What a move on the inside of turn two. Oh, and now he's got a slow car ahead. Jazz, what is up with Jazz? He is now wheel to wheel with Rob, causing him to lose some time. Justin says, I might need to take advantage of this. But he does back off, rightly so, just to be safe, and he does have Noah on his butt, also feeling like I might be able to make advantage of this. But right now, Jazz is causing a big gap and not allowing anyone to get up there. He is running this Class 2 race. He is happy being in P1. But that 6-second penalty is only hindering him. He is only helping Rob right now, allowing Noah to be inside or outside of Justin to try to catch him for P2 of this race, of the Class 2 race. DRS is enabled for the last lap, but guess what? The last lap is over. What a race. A very eventful, crazy race that has gone on. Wibbs becomes our driver of the day. Winning the Class 1 and overall race. Rob winning the Class 2 race. And Justin winning the Class 3 race. Each of those will receive 15 points. Sam and Noah and Big Ton finishing in P2 of their races will get 10 points. Fire and Jazz and Ty. Oh, no, Ty did not finish the race. So there will only be 2-point finishers in the Class 3 race. This has been the Japanese Grand Prix of Los Muertos Racing 6.3 season. Thank you very much. I'm Agave. Let's have some fun. Race well, race nice, elbows out, have fun. Later, boys.